What we are looking at here is the Scientific Communications Incorporated, and it is a model, looks like SCR-7201. It is a VHF receiver, and it is 40 to 90 megahertz. It is selectable between FM to AM for your audio output on the front there. As the IF section is automatic gain or manual gain control, and not much can be found on this receiver. Not sure what its application was. The problem that we're having here is the frequency display is just dark, and random stuff occasionally does pop on power up. It was functional, and just decided just to quit at some point. The signal strength and tuning and so forth is still functional. The unit is doing random things. Assuming was able to check the contents of the EEPROM and read it, and it seems to be stable in all reads. The voltage is now stable. We did have a low voltage in the 5-volt supply here, which was corrected with 2 capacitors and a new 7805 regulator. Everything else has been checked. We now have a stable supply here to the microprocessor, and suspect we only have 4 volts because we have this diode here blocking for the battery supply and so forth. So I'm assuming we should have a little bit more than 4 volts on the 2 RAM chips. Also noted, I could swap the 2 RAM chips and end up with different results, so I do have on order a couple new RAM chips, thinking that we may have a bad RAM chip causing a halt in the software. All the ICs are socketed except for the looks like an audio amplifier for the front panel. Very well built looking receiver. Has a nice front end looking design. Looks like it's pretty well somewhat high commercial grade construction. Looks like very nice. Need some help with a schematic or a manual. And once again, this is the SCR-7201 VHF receiver by Scientific Communications Incorporated. Very nice design, very nice looking receiver. Not sure what its original application. Like I say, this was purchased at a Hamfest several years ago, and in the process of trying to put it back into operation or back into somewhat condition here for amateur radio use. So hopefully someone might be of help out there with a manual or schematic so that we can kind of troubleshoot this logic card here. If not, we're going to have to kind of back engineer it and kind of draw our own schematic and kind of go from there to try to figure out why this CPU is not functioning.